Hello friends, I'm Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to have a lot of art content. I'm going to explain you the process, how I paint, what I paint, why I paint. As I promised, I am showing you the painting, the studio, the artist. I'm joking. We are not in a studio, we are just in my kitchen. I'm not joking about this thing because this is my painting, and I am proudly admitting that we are on our last probably week of me painting this. I hope, at least, because I see some details that can be improved and I have definitely to add more light and more shade. I want to play with the game of light in this painting. It is not realistic painting exactly, but not at the same time surrealistic, let's say. It is based on a real perspective, but at the same time I alter in a way sometimes my perspective, so sometimes the streets can be really like floating, let's say, and sometimes the objects are not correctly like painted, delivered on the picture. To me, this is art. To me, this is, first of all, how I can, and second, I like what I see, and if I like what I see, I believe this is the most important part of actually creating something. I also love the joyful colors right now. This is a Moroccan scene, this is a Moroccan bazaar. I really love how in the afternoon the light falls on this painting and it's like the bazaar is illuminated. The whole concept of this scene is that the light comes through this thin fabric which exists there just to give some shade and protect people from burning from the harsh sunlight. I want to deliver how it falls here on the street, and it's interesting how the light, well, right now we have a small cloud that just hit the sun, but it's okay. But you can still see how the light falls right now in the center of the painting, and it's like the sun is like giving me a hint where I should position the light. Unfortunately, I think that's it for the light today. It's approaching 5 p.m. Gratefully, we have longer days right now, so I'm going to paint for the next hour. I understand that this is not the beginning of the painting, but I believe it would be too boring for you just to see how I'm sketching and how I'm like starting putting the colors. I believe this is more interesting, and as further in my art series that I'm going to show and my short videos, I already have started actually and posted one short video and on Instagram and on TikTok and here on YouTube. Here it performed the best and I'm really excited for that. I also plan to include this art series into my vlogs, and I want to create small fragments that I'm going to just incorporate in my vlogs, and I really would like to see if this is something you are interested in, if you're going to like it. I like it, and I want to admit that I actually want to become an artist. This is something that I guess I wanted since forever, and I believe we should follow our dreams and give them a chance, no matter what age we are. Definitely I have a lot to learn, a lot to practice, to learn from the practice. I'm going to paint right now and we're going to chat. I'm going to share some of my art background, let's say. If you don't mind, friends, I really would like to film like that, under a wide angle. Oh, you see the light comes through? The light comes through, so you see how it falls on the painting and how awesome is this? Yeah, I got excited. So, as you see, I don't have an easel yet, and I'm planning to get one. I guess I would position the easel even here. Is the correct word, right? Easel. I'm planning to put it here in the kitchen since I have an empty corner. We don't have other space. Plus, this is the most like illuminated room throughout the day, so I guess it makes sense in this corner to have always an easel. Plus I'm painting with acrylic colors, so they don't smell as the oil colors would smell, so it doesn't bother us, and so that's why I let it like be in the kitchen. The acrylic colors dry out very quickly. This is like one good advantage of acrylic colors, but some painters prefer to to paint with oil color because you can work more with oil color. You have more possibilities in mixing the colors and you can correct things easily because the oil doesn't dry out that easy. I remember when I used to paint with oil colors, it took me like days so the painting will dry out actually, and I had to leave it at the balcony because in Greece I used to live at an apartment and we had balcony, and I used to leave it there so the fresh air will just dry out. And I hope you don't mind if I am not looking into the camera all the time. I'm going to look at the painting. It was fun though, it was fun to paint with oil colors, and maybe I will go back to it. I'll just have to get a better quality of colors. Right now I am painting with very like cheap colors, and I see it from how I mix them, and I see the color combination that I end up with. They are more pale and I don't really like that. I prefer the colors to be more vibrant. For example, here I really would love to add more bold red and bold blue, I guess, and maybe yellow and orange and brown. I simply cannot mix it because these colors are a little bit weird. Maybe I'll have to just buy a specific brown color just to have it, because you never know, sometimes you need those neutrals. I already started putting some light over here, although I think it's a little early because I still need to create the people that are walking here, at least to give some clothes and to give like a face maybe to my people here. Not to everyone, because these figures are just like shadows, so you can understand that somebody is here, but like this and like here I actually need to make them more obvious. So I guess I will wait a little bit with the light. I just wanted to see how it will fall. And I was thinking what I can share with you while I'm painting, and I guess I will share with you my background, how I actually started doing this. So I initially like got inspiration from the TV show that an artist called Bob Ross. He was a famous artist, I believe globally. Well, at least we in Greece, we knew him. It was like for many years his TV show where he was just painting, and that's it. He was teaching you, even if you are a complete beginner, you could actually paint a painting just following his steps. And I was impressed how actually it's possible. I believe that you have to have not necessarily a talent, but I believe you have to have like a desire to paint in order to learn painting. I believe you can learn painting. Yes, by nature you do have to have some sort of maybe inclination towards this direction, like you have to love being creative in general, and I believe you actually can learn painting. So I tried and I found out that I like it, and I started painting more like nature. Of course, I was like looking at him painting and following his steps, and sometimes I tried just to look at a photo. And usually this is how I paint. I like looking at the photo and I just try to recreate it, or I make it like something of my own and I add some elements or reduce some elements. Maybe some will say that, oh, this is not the correct way to paint, blah blah blah, like you have to make it from your imagination. No, you don't have to, because even the greatest painters of all times, they were also having like a reference point. They were looking at a human body, let's say. They were looking at facial characteristics. Even the great portraitists, they were looking at the face initially. They were making some sketches and then they were consulting their sketches in order to make their artworks. So I don't believe that you have to have a great imagination in order to paint. You can definitely look at the picture that you took by yourself, or the picture that you found, I don't know, online and you find inspiring. And of course, refer to the picture, who is it from, or if you don't know who is it from, just say photo source unknown, but the artwork is still yours, the artwork that you just, created. So I usually take like as a reference a photo. Sometimes I tried painting by my own from my imagination, and I will attach right now like a painting that I actually created by myself. Actually, I have a couple right now, and they're good. I could definitely improve something in them, but they're good. I believe they're decent. And after, like, as I was growing up in my teenage years, like I was thinking, what direction should I take? Definitely I wanted something creative. And by the time that I was finishing school and I had to make a decision to which university I have to apply, actually, in Greece we do take national exams, and by the score it is determined to which university you actually can apply. And if they have enough spots, they will take you. Usually they have enough spots, so if you just have the score that is required, you can get there. It again depends from the competition, but usually the creative colleges in Greece, usually they have always spots. And I was not like the best student, I was a mediocre student, and I was looking like realistically where I could apply. My first choice was architecture. It required a very high score and I couldn't reach it, but I still put it as a first choice. I don't know how my life could unfold if I was an architector, actually. Probably it's still a creative profession, but it's not as creative as I thought. Anyway, I passed to a photography university. Back then it was considered like a craftsmanship school. It was like at that level, and believe it or not, within the years it became a university. They just instead of this school, it just started, I think it was something like tradesman school, something like that. In this level of education, it was lower than a bachelor degree, but you could find a job, of course, by finishing this tradesman school, I guess. I think I explained it the right way, but actually no. The correct way to say it was TEI, or aka Technical Educational Institute. I think this is what it means. And within the years it just transformed into a university, and now it's a legit university. And whenever you apply for the photography, let's say, a course, it's a 4-year course, and they give you actually a university degree. So because I prolonged my education, I didn't finish it within 4 years. It took me actually 8 to finish it, because of different reasons that I'm not going to go deep right now. But if you're curious, you can just ask it in the comments and I can share it in another video. And I finished it in 8 years, and by the time that I actually was finishing it and working on my thesis, I actually was applying to finish a university. So now I have a bachelor degree, which I am proud of. And I was actually a photographer all these years. The last like 2 years I am not. I still take photos and I use my photography skills into my work as a content creator, and this is a skill that always remain with me. But I do not work with clients right now in the photography field, because I am transitioning into a content creator. And I hope this another dream of mine will come true. And also right now transitioning into artist. I really want to take it seriously and just create and see how it goes. I want to promote it through my social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and see how it goes. Definitely I have to attempt it. And as art education of what I have done so far, I was advised to apply to an art school. We actually have in Greece an art school, but it's considered really hard to get in there. They have limited spots. They have actually a big competition. It is not considered university as far as I know. I don't think their degree is a bachelor degree, but I may be wrong. I don't know, maybe something changed within the years. I just never looked into it. I just thought, let's finish the photography course, let's be a photographer, And I had the chance, while I was studying photography, I had the chance to participate in a students' exchange program called Erasmus. It's a popular European program, and people actually from USA and Canada, I believe maybe from other countries outside European Union, I think they can apply and you can actually come study to Europe. I think I've met, I've met people from Japan, I've met people from Canada, I don't remember meeting somebody from the US, but definitely from Canada I have met some people. And I applied to go to Spain. Spain was like, I don't know, love from the first sight, I guess. I love the language, I love the culture, and everything is just amazing there. And I always wanted to go there, to travel there, and here it is, the opportunity. I participated like for 2 semesters, so I left Greece and I went to Spain. It was like my first, attempt to live by myself and to be far from home. And surprisingly, I didn't feel homesick at all. Maybe not until the very last 2 months of my studies there. And I was actually happy when I was leaving and going back to Greece for, again, multiple reasons. But we are not going to go deep in those right now. And I remember that I really loved it. I had to live with roommates and I definitely experienced true college life, because in Athens this is what I lacked. I was living in my parents' house, and as many students in Greece in general, they stay with their parents and they don't move out necessarily when they start their studies because of economical reasons. And I never felt the college experience while I was in Athens, because simply I wasn't going to that many parties. Yes, I had college friends and all that, but it's not like you have it in the US, this college experience, when you live in a, I don't know, a frat house or in a sorority house, when you make all these parties, when you go to those trips, when you have your, winter, spring breaks. It's completely different vibe in Greece. It's definitely not as fun as here in the US. From what I heard from my husband, from his stories, he had a great time, as far as I know. And my last chance to experience that college life was actually to go abroad. And I went, and it was amazing. And to be honest, it was enough. Within 1 year, I had enough partying, enough just hanging out, let's say. I wasn't the best student again. I wasn't the worst and I wasn't the best in Erasmus. I mean, in Spain, I attended the classes, of course. Sometimes I skipped them. But anyway, I applied to fine arts. That was my course. That was the only course that I could connect with photography. They didn't have photography in the city that I wanted to go, so I was able to actually study fine arts, and my course had different things. It had painting class, and I was excited for this one because you just had to go to class to paint, to do literally what I'm doing right now. And I learned some stuff definitely from there, but most of the time it was just you walk to the class and you have your own canvas, you had to buy your own colors, your own brushes, basically your tools, and they gave us like assignments. We had to paint like a portrait, a self-portrait, we had to paint a landscape, we had to paint, what else we had to paint? Most of the time we had to choose like a photo and we had to look at it and basically paint what we saw. And the other classes were like, we had photography as a class, then we had videography and video montage, then we had animation, and then we had other like more theoretical classes, and that was it. I believe this is a decent school in Spain, and I would be glad to finish it, but I didn't take that decision. I think I would be able, if I really wanted, to completely transition and stay in Spain. I think it is possible, but to be honest, I actually wanted to go home, and that was the decision. that I made. That was my experience actually studying abroad. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to create like a video about that. If you want me to share my experience about studying abroad, what you have to do, at least I know what to tell you if you are from Europe. If you're not from Europe, let's say if you're from USA, I'll make a research and I will cover both for students from Europe and for students for outside of Europe, what you have to do to apply to Erasmus. But it's a great opportunity to see different cultures, to just travel, get out of your city and just explore, be on your own for a little bit. The important part, the financial part, is we'll cover it like very briefly right now, that you actually, at least if you are from Europe, you get a sponsorship. So the European Union has an amount of money that they give to every student. Again, it depends to which city you are going to. It depends what is the financial situation in the country you're going to, and based on that, also the financial situation that you are into and your family, your household. Well, for students, they actually ask for your parents to see what is your parents' financial situation, and that's it. And based on that, they calculate what is the amount that they can give you to help you out. To be honest, what I received, it wasn't enough for the whole year, for the 2 semesters, but it was a big help initially. It was actually a big help, and it allowed me to do several trips abroad, like a trip to Morocco. I was able to do it with this sponsorship, and I am really glad that I've done that, and now here I am painting Morocco. Friends, we are here with this background filled with flowers. Okay, not filled with flowers, but I got several arrangements yesterday because I am excited to create a flower arrangement that is called Ikebana. It's a Japanese technique, way of creating arrangements in more shallow vases, let's say, in more shallow bowls even. Sometimes I have seen examples like in vintage soup dishes. You can also create this type of arrangements. I find it really cool to have something like that at your home, and I'm going to show you actually how it is going to be done. Here is the little thing that is going to help us out today. I got it from Amazon, and I was looking for the term kenzan. Kenzan is a Japanese word that literally means this word mountain. I already opened it when it arrived. I was just curious to see like how big is it. It was a set of 3, and I was surprised how small they are, but I believe for today's occasion they are going to be like fine, the size of them. So here they are. It's a metal thing which is heavy, and it is full of needles. Can I call them needles? I guess they're really thick and they are sharp, so you have to be careful, and it's heavy. I'm not sure how much is the weight of this, but it's heavy. It's metal, and I suppose that it's heavy just to keep the balance so the arrangement doesn't fall. I assume if this thing was plastic, it would be difficult to balance it inside the bowl or the vase. Here is the medium size, and here is the mini, the small size. It is so small. I don't really know what I can balance on this one. Maybe 3 flowers, maybe 4, and put them in a very small dish. I don't know. This is very like funny. Here is the big one, and here is the small one. Or I can put all 3 of them in one big vase, if it makes sense, in order to create a big arrangement. And let's see actually how it will work out today. I have here the Nordstrom Marias. They are very tall, and I am not sure if I'm going to use them for this arrangement, but maybe yes. And I love this red, beautiful color of the Nordstrom areas. And these flowers, as I said in my previous vlogs, they actually last very long time, like 3 weeks definitely. I hope you can see very well the table. I thought that a wide angle right now is going to be the best. So I have some water, just clean water. I have here some carnations, or I think they're called mini carnations, because there are other carnations that are pretty big. These are mini carnations, and they are more like developed already, but there are some buttons over here that are going to open later. And I have the same mini carnations, but in this fuchsia, beautiful color. But I noticed that this bouquet costed the same, and it has like more of them. Or this looks small just because it's just full of buttons right now. And this is funny, I got some branches. Literally, it's like, how many? 5 of them? No, 6. 6. And they don't have like a name or anything, it's just called like DIY greens assorted, something like that. It's basically to complete your flower arrangement. And it's funny that the woman at the register literally was asking me what is this and how I'm going to use it, if I'm going to use it in my home or if I'm going to plant it. And I'm like, no, you just put it in a vase. You don't like need to use water at all. You just put them in a vase. It's like decoration. That was funny. And I apologize for my voice, but recently, maybe 3-4 days now, I have like a cold that is accompanied by allergies, the spring allergies. So that's why I feel a little off these days. That's why I am apologizing for my like more closed voice right now. And I have this huge bowl or vase, let's call it vase. So this vase was basically used, I was hiding different cables here, different cords, different stuff that you don't want to be seen in your home, and it was like here hidden. And then I'm like, let's create Ikebana. Actually, I was looking at this for a long time online, and finally I decided to do it. So let's start cutting the flowers. I like that whenever you buy flowers from this specific grocery store, from Giant, they always include the flower food, which just keeps them fresh for as long as they can keep them fresh. I am thinking if I'm going to use all the flowers in this one big bowl, or if I'm going to create a small one in another dish. And maybe I'll do it because I want to film for you right now for this YouTube vlog, and then I want to create a short video. So I'm going to make 2 arrangements. So as I said, we have some flower food, and the first thing that I'm going to do, I saw it online, that you have to put the flower food into the water. It says here that you have to use 1 liter of water. It has like small mini instructions over here. 1 liter of water. I think I have more than 1 liter, so maybe it makes sense to use 2. We have a loss over here. 1 flower is done, but maybe I'll use it in my mini arrangement. I don't like when they put like these ribbon things around the flowers. It's like they are ruining them. I am putting the second flower package, the flower food, and then I'm going to just mix it very well, and we are going to use this in our bowl. Now I have to think how I'm going to stir this. I don't want to use like a spoon that I'm going to stir this with a flour. Makes sense. It's a really weird angle right now, but I really wanted to be in the shot and at the same time so you can see everything. But I think I'm going to stand for now. How it works. First of all, we position the kenzan over here or the flower frog, call it however you like. I'm taking the big one and I'm putting it here in the center of the vase. It's actually pretty small, but I hope it will have like enough flowers on it. And I'm going to put the medium one with it, like next to it. And as I saw online, you have to pour some water so it covers the surface of the kenzan, and right now it covers it. I'm a little anxious, but I hope everything will be fine. As for the branches over here, I'm still not sure if I'm going to use them, but let's see, let's test it. Ow, ow, oh my god, I hurt myself. I hurt myself while I was cutting this stupid ribbon. Ow, it really hit my fingers. This is like the most annoying part when I buy flowers. I have to, you know, open the plastics and all that. So yes, as I said, we have these long branches, and there is one way, like I can start putting maybe, I guess I will start with the biggest part of the arrangement, which is the branch. Like I saw it on several videos that they actually cut the flower. Oh wow, this is hard to cut. Okay, it was a little hard to cut this. Let's try to... So there is one way, you can put it either straight or you can put it under one angle. So let's see what makes sense. I'm a little anxious. Oh wow, this is nice. This is nice. Maybe I will redo it and I will put it more towards this side. You know what? I'll start with other flowers. I'm still not sure if I want to start with the branches. This Ikebana is going to be in the living room, like here on this coffee table, I think, or maybe on the dining table, but I want it here in the living room. And the living room has like brown earthy tones, so I really want to have here like some pink shades, and fuchsia and red, I believe it goes well with it. I am cutting like these small flowers and putting them aside because they were like at the really bottom of the stern. Is it called stern? I hope it is called stern. So I'm going to start with the, you see, and sometimes they just fall by themselves. I'm going to start with the mini carnation, and I'm going to see what makes sense. I'm going to cut it really short. I will position it like in the center. Wow, I'm already excited. Great, great. I guess this will take me longer than I thought, but it's okay. It's an artistic process. So I'm cutting the next one again. Not too short, because my vase is deep enough. And again, don't judge me very hard on this, because this is my first time. Wow, maybe this is my new hobby. Fuchsia one. So the fuchsia one is a shorter one. And I really want to work here with different flower lengths, I guess. You don't want everything to be the same size. Since the kenzan is very small, I'm going to put the flowers under an angle. It will make my arrangement more interesting. So this branch is bigger, and okay, I see. And the small kenzan cannot hold it. Okay, I'm going to do it like that. Actually, maybe I'm going to use this medium-sized kenzan in something else. It's pretty small. Very crappy Ikebana. I wasn't thinking that it will be that complicated. I think it looks better, right? If I am putting the stems at an angle, right? Wow, it looks so easy online. You cannot believe this, how easy it looks. And right now I am struggling a little. Okay, I'm going to stop talking, and I really want to finish this Ikebana like today. I'm going just to show you beautiful shots from the process. how beautiful it looks like. I like that there is no like symmetry in it. It's like there is and there isn't. I love that it starts like from the top and then it goes down, down, down. It's basically like a mountain. I am not sure if Japanese call just kenzan, that flat thing that has the needles on it, or if kenzan is the whole arrangement and Ikebana is the technique. I'm not sure about that. You can correct me in the comments, of course. But I think this is just lovely. I love the combination of the red, the fuchsia, the baby pink, just amazing. Let me know if you want to try it as well. Share in the comments like your thoughts, or if you are experienced in that, also you can tell me like maybe what I could have done differently. I have for you something new, Nordstrom rack, and I got really excited when I entered it. It's something like more premium Marshalls or TJ Maxx, let's say. I found out pleasantly looking things. I was more looking on shoes, to be honest, and here I have two beautiful pairs. Let me show you first the box. Here's the box. So the brand is Circus New York by Sam Edelman. There were several pairs of loafers by this brand, and I got these ones. Beautiful brown shiny faux leather loafers. They're actually very shiny that I'm looking right now on them with some natural light, but I don't mind it. They are soft, so the inside is like suede type of faux leather, I guess. I have never worn them, that's why I am just holding them really close to my face, so don't mind that, please. And also this part is very soft and it's kind of puffy, and I like that because this I guess supports great your foot while you walk. Some loafers that I tried there are extremely uncomfortable. I couldn't even make a step with them because they were super restricted, but these ones are elastic enough. They are taking basically the shape of your foot. I like a slight heel that they have. Well, basically all loafers pretty much have this type of heel, but some of them have it shorter, some of them have it higher. I don't like at all the higher ones. I prefer something in between. I really was trying to find maybe something more bulky. I never tried out this style before, but to be honest, whenever I put it on my feet, my feet are small. I have the size 6 US, 36 European, but despite this fact, my feet really look bulky whenever I wear bulky shoes. I also love this metal detail here on the back. It really gives it like something. It's like they have their own personality or something. Okay, and the most important part, they are very comfortable. I put them on in the store, I put them on right now here home, haven't put them outside yet, and this is the main indicator. When you put them outside and you walk a little bit, then you will realize how comfortable are your shoes or no. Box number 2. This one is not as impressive as the previous one, and I just realized that I got the box without its cap. I don't know what I was thinking, but okay, at least I can store them like that. How do you store your shoes? Do you keep the boxes that the shoes were in when you bought them, or you recycle the box and you have like shoe shelves, like a closet like that? I would love to have big closet where I can store actually my shoes. I would like clean them and put them nicely displayed on the shelf, and I would have like some light inside to highlight them, because keeping the shoes in the boxes, yes, it protects them from dust and in general it protects them, but you don't see them. You want to admire your shoes. Here, these beautiful Bordeaux, I think they're called sandals, the ones that separate your two toes over here. I like the stripes that it has. Of course, I am not going to be able to walk kilometers with them, but they're nice if, let's say, you get your car and go somewhere with them and you're going to be sitting most of the time. But yes, I love summer shoes and spring shoes when it's possible actually to walk around with them. Friends, I'm so happy that you made it until this moment. I am really appreciative whenever that happens. This really helps me to grow on YouTube. Give it a like to this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. You can ask me any type of question and I will try to answer to it in the next video if it requires more elaboration. This is also a nice way to interact with each other, kind of like a dialogue, let's say. If you have the hype option, please put a hype on this video as well, and my social media are going to be linked down below if you want to connect more on a daily basis. I am on Instagram and on TikTok. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.